This week on 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank, with football right around the corner, we preview the Sarah Padres and their coach, who was instrumental in getting games played. Indoor sports are still in jeopardy. We'll meet the people fighting to get them played.
We'll have boys and girls tennis action as Monte Vista takes on Los Gatos and Monte Vista battles De La Salle. Plus, Saturday cross-country action from the Santa Clara Valley meet. It's all next on 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start tonight with girls tennis in the East Bay League.
That's right. It's the girls from Doherty Valley taking on the girls from San Ramon Valley. Danielle Podolsky has the action.
Doherty Valley and San Ramon Valley getting ready for a Tuesday afternoon matchup. Doherty Valley's #1 Chris Kim in the near court with the beautiful serve for the point there. San Ramon Valley's Juliana Babarda in the far court chops it over. Kim fires it back and Babarda volleys it to the other side of the court for the point. Kim is a senior, but she is a newcomer to the team and is competing in her very first high school tennis match. Kim has her opponent on the move and fires one down the line. That one is not coming back. Kim with another powerful serve and then a monster forehand shot for the point. Kim takes this one in 2 sets, 6-love and 6-love. To the #2 singles match with Wildcats Erika Akula in the near court and Wolves Daniela Angel Ordonez in the far. Akula sends one deep and Angel Ordonez fires it to the far side of the court. Angel Ordonez serving to Akula. Akula showing off her forehand shot here and she gets the point. A long rally here and Akula with terrific placement on the return. Akula wins it for the Wildcats in 2 sets, 6-3 and 6-2. The #3 singles match has the Wildcats Jihu Kwon in the far court facing off against Wolves Janaki O'Callahan. O'Callahan with the short shot over the net just out of reach for the point. But Kwon playing very well. She fires one deep to the back of the court. Kwon takes this one in 2 sets, 6-4 and 6-2. Doherty Valley wins the team title 6-3. We talked with their #1 Chris Kim on playing in and winning her first high school match.
I felt pretty good, especially I had a long day today, so it's nice to finish it like this. I think I was a little more patient in the points and I was able to vary it up more, so that helped a lot.
The Monte Vista girls feeling fine as they get set for this league matchup at Los Gatos. Monte Vista has one of the top players in the nation. She is junior Rhea Rai. Rhea having no trouble in her match of #1s. Rhea with a great shot there and then finishes a short rally with a perfectly placed winner down the line. Rhea Rai winning at 6-love, 6-love. The #3 matchup had the Matadors Varshetha Sintha Kulmar in the far court with a nice drop shot. This one also won in straight sets. The #4 matchup has the Cats Michaela Thimo serving to Karishma Goswami. A nice rally here ends with Michaela dropping it over. Goswami tries to rifle it past Thimo, but Michaela with the volley winner. But Goswami takes this one in 2 straight. A nice deep serve is returned, and then another deep shot sets up the eventual winner as Goswami wins it 6-love, 6-2. The best match of the day was the #2 matchup with the Cats Mira Kezwani taking on Monte Vista Zara Fung with the cross-court smash there. Fung serving, and this was a nice rally that goes for a while. Kezwani comes in on a short return. She chips it over, but Fung with a rocket passing shot for the point, taking the first 6-3. Second set action now, and this was a war. Kezwani charging the net and a nice chip shot backhand for the point. But Fung prevails with a tiebreaker win in the second set, running her opponent all along the baseline before rifling the winner home, as Monte Vista remains undefeated on the season, winning every match so far. Fung talks about the team's success this year, but not only this year, throughout the history of Monte Vista tennis.
Yeah, I'm actually super proud of how we're doing. We haven't lost a match. We're kind of just keeping that same confidence that we always have. And yeah, we're just hoping to win the next 2 matches.
It's a sunny Saturday morning and we have Palo Alto taking on Homestead, both the guys and girls running all together in different waves. Palo Alto's Nick Fulton pulls ahead of his wave after the first lap around the track with a pack of Mustangs behind. This is Pally freshman Grant Morgenfeld with some distance at the 1.5 mile mark, followed by teammates Alex Gow, David Evans, Mateo Fesselheimer, and Andrew Hahn there for Homestead leads the pack of Mustangs. Catherine Chang ahead of teammate Emily Defied with 3/4 mile to go. And at the finish line, freshman Grant Morgenfeld takes home the first place finish with a time of 11 minutes and 4 seconds, just over a 5-minute mile. Gow crosses the finish line 12 seconds later, followed by Alexei Seletsky and Fesselheimer. Pally would have the first 9 finishers. The first of Homestead's finishers is Andrew Hahn. Pally wins the boys' race. And for the girls, this Pally duo was neck and neck all race. Elizabeth Fetter and Hillary Studdert. Fetter, with 250 meters left, pulls ahead of her teammate to take the lead. 12:46 was her time of 5:48 mile, and Studdert crosses 4 seconds later. Chang is the third girl to finish, followed by Defied. Spots 1 through 4 go to Pally. Here's Homestead's first finisher, Mia Tarkington, and rounding out the race is Haley Huang, Maya Johnson, Gretchen Burnt, Daphne Clark, and Nadoko Shibasaki. All smiles from the winner, Elizabeth Fetter, as the Pally girls defeat Homestead. Stevens Creek Chevrolet brings us the Spirit Corner each week.
Let's check in on the girls from Los Gatos High School. Coming up, boys tennis with the East Bay League. It's Monte Vista and De La Salle.
And later, 3 East Bay League teams in the water. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by US Bank.
This is the gap that opened up when everything shut down. But entrepreneurs never stopped and found solutions that kept them going. At US Bank, we can help you adapt and evolve your business, no matter what you're facing. Because when you close the gap, a world of possibility opens. US Bank, we'll get there together.
One, two, three.
Get ready to cheer for your next new or used car at Stevens Creek Chevrolet.
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
We're ready to make your buying experience safe and easy. Come to our dealership to see and test drive one of hundreds of great Chevrolet cars and trucks. Or you can go online to shop, order, and have your new car delivered right to your door. So get fired up for a great deal right here at
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
Go to SB Live California as your destination for the very best in local high school sports coverage online. SB Live brings sports fans exclusive articles, highlights, coaches, polls, and photo galleries. Get the SB Live app for the latest scores from games played all around the Bay Area and California. This season, SB Live brings you exclusive content in partnership with 49ers Cal High Sports. Follow us at SB Live CA on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. SB Live, the Bay Area's first destination for the latest in high school sports.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Invisalign, transforming smiles, changing lives. By Stevens Creek Chevrolet, find new roads. By Wingstop, order Wingstop's new all-in bundle, just $19.99. See wingstop.com for restrictions and details. And by Cupertino Electric, the company delivering power and possibilities and celebrating student athletes making a positive impact.
We are back with tennis action from both sides of the bay.
First off, it's Monte Vista and De La Salle. Danielle Podlosky has the highlights.
De La Salle and Monte Vista facing off Thursday in Concord. De La Salle's number 1 Ben Biernick in the far court. Monte Vista's Regava Kuturu with a strong forehand shot. He gets the point and takes the first set 6-1. But Biernick playing very well. A long rally here, and Biernick with the beautiful placement on the return. He takes the second set 6-4, and this one is going to a third. Biernick with a great serve, and Kuturu fires one back right on the line for the point. A back and forth battle between these two upperclassmen. Biernick blasts one deep to the back of the court, and that one can't be returned. Biernick takes the final set 11-9 for the win. To the number 2 singles match between Spartans Tommy Cumberlich and Lions Max Huang. Huang with a great shot to the corner for the point. Huang is just a freshman playing in his second high school match. He chips it over to the back of the court. Cumberlich on the move, fires it back deep, and it stays in. His teammates are pumped about that one. Huang with a powerful serve. Some great action here. And Huang blasts it deep to the corner for the point. Both Cumberlich and Huang showing off their forehand shots. Huang crushes the ball over, and that one isn't coming back. Huang takes this one for the Lions in 2 sets, 6-3 and 6-2. Monte Vista wins the team title 7-2. Here's the Spartans' number 1 Ben Biernick talking about his comeback.
I just envisioned that the match is just me versus myself. I don't really think about an opponent. I just know that if I play how I can play, I'm going to win the match. So just focus on being the best version of myself that I can be.
That is Faith Waters and her Homestead Mustangs trying to get a win against a tough Mountain View team. In the first singles match, Ivy Zan on the far court taking on Penelope Wong. Wong is Mountain View's freshman phenom, a 4-star recruit ranked 21 in the state, making her opponent work as she hammers it in the corner. That's a point for Penelope. Zan serving again here, and Wong crushes the return. That Wong's not coming back. Penelope wins her match in 2 sets, 6-love, 6-love. Off to singles 2, Audrey Shen serving for the Spartans. Tian-Ni Vu backhands it to the far corner, but Shen's return is too far for her opponent. Audrey gets a point. And here is Shen now serving on the far court. Vu with a great return. All her opponent can do is lob it up, and Vu fires one short into the service court. Point Vu. But this match belonged to Shen. Audrey with a soft drop shot, and after a quick return by Vu, Shen blocks the shot. It lands in no man's land, and Shen takes her match in 2 sets, 6-love, 6-1. In singles 3, we have Homestead's Faith Waters taking on Stephanie Hsu. This one has some exciting points. Hsu making her opponent work. She likes that corner over there. It's just out of her opponent's reach. A lot of long rallies in this one. Waters with great returns here, but Hsu inching farther and farther into this near corner, and this last shot is a blast. Another good try by Waters, but the return is just a bit short. Hsu wins it in 2 sets. And now for the exciting doubles match, Bridget Swineford and Reno Sugiyama in green taking on the Spartans Marino Reynaud and Glenda Becker. The Mountain View pair on the near court. Reynaud playing short, a few good volleys with Swineford. Sugiyama with the far return, and Becker buries it in the far corner. Mountain View's duo takes the first set 7-5. Reynaud returns Sugiyama's tough serve, and Becker returns it off the volley, and another point for Team Spartans. Becker playing up here. Here comes a short game. Sugiyama, Becker, drop shot. Swineford returns to Reynaud, and the Homestead volley is long. A fun doubles match to watch. The Spartans pair takes it in 2 sets, 7-5, 6-2. That's a win for Team Mountain View, and we talked to the freshman phenom Penelope Wong about what it's like to finally get to play in a high school season.
I really enjoy playing high school matches because it's great to be on a team and you can bond with other people. They can support you while you're playing your matches, which helps you do better too. I actually know a lot of people that I'm playing, so it's nice to play without anything that much in the lines, and you can just have fun.
Cal Hope is working hard to make it easier for teens battling through the emotional stress of the pandemic.
Here's this week's Cal Hope mental health tip.
Taking a time out for yourself is useful during these stressful and anxious times. Practice mindfulness, such as meditation, yoga, or prayer for 20 minutes 2 times a day. This peaceful practice can help you stay calm and relaxed during the day.
Coming up, football is almost here. We'll hear from one of the Bay Area's best teams working out this week.
And later, an East Bay League swim meet from San Ramon Valley coming up.
People always ask me what I got on. They be like, hey, Brandon, what you got on? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Invis is everything braces isn't. More comfortable, fewer emergency appointments. Invisalign.
It's understandable to feel anxious, stressed, or lonely because of COVID-19. Physical separation, your own health, and the health of friends and family can weigh heavily on you. Call a timeout on work. Get a game plan for mental wellness with crucial mental health resources from Cal Hope. We'll help you carry the ball. Call 1-833-317-HOPE to talk to someone who can help, or visit calhope.org. Cal Hope, official partner of the San Francisco 49ers.
Every day, the sun comes up. And right on cue, the work begins. We start every morning, knowing full well we are in it for the long haul. Our work is a labor of love. No task too small, no moment uncherished. And although we're not often thanked, we rest knowing that our work is making a brighter future. This is more than milk.
Invis is everything braces isn't. Eating the foods you love, life uninterrupted. Invisalign.
This is Sarah Padres, and you're at Cal Sports.
Welcome back. The Albany's construction dirty work play will resume with the football season next week. But to get you ready for that, we visited the Sarah Padres as they get ready to play.
That's right. Sarah's head football coach, Patrick Walsh, worked tirelessly to get football played this year. He and his team are thrilled to be back in pads. The Sarah Padres are padded up for the first time since their appearance in the 2019 state championship game. The reigning NorCal champions won't get a chance to defend their title, but like every football program in California, just getting on the field was this season's goal.
Well, everyone was definitely excited. We got the go like the day before. Coach said, get your helmets on, make sure your physicals, COVID tests are in, so we don't have to wear masks or nothing. So everyone was really excited.
On February 19th, it was announced that high contact sports, including football, will be allowed to play a shortened season, a decision that many high school football coaches and players fought tirelessly for.
You guys should be buckled up, ready to roll.
And Sarah head coach Patrick Walsh was one of those advocates leading the charge.
Yes, there you go.
I knew early on that in order to get here on a day like this today, we had to build a team. So building the Golden State football coaches community, teaming up with Let Them Play California, and building volume to tell the story of how our kids were feeling. We became the advocates for the kids. Kids don't really have a voice. It's the responsibility of adults to speak out for them on their behalf. So building that team and having literally tens of thousands of adults saying, our kids need this. Our kids need to get out. It's healthy for them. And doing it in the safest way possible was kind of what was spearheaded this whole thing.
As athletes picketed at various high schools in support of the Let Them Play movement, Walsh, alongside De La Salle head coach Justin Allenbaugh, met with Governor Gavin Newsom directly.
Yeah, I went up to Sacramento, and I did the organization and getting 6 different what we called SEAL teams, Navy SEAL teams together to present data and write a letter to Governor Newsom, which he received. We had it hand delivered to him. He received it. It opened up the door for communication at the highest levels of government.
Those Navy SEAL teams were in charge of compiling data like safety protocols and case numbers in the states that were safely able to play a fall football season.
When we went through the data, we poured through the data in trying to get the state open, and we realized that youth sports and playing football was safe. But what we really understood was by not playing it, it's becoming unsafe. So mentally speaking, for the, there's the best kid on the team and there may not be the best kid on the team, but for football and youth sports, it matters to everyone on the team, regardless of the talent level. And there's only a small amount of people that, that are going to miss out on scholarships, which is real too. Very real for the state of California. I've talked to recruiters. It's not been good for our kids in the state of California. Hopefully this window of opportunity will prove, and it's a little bit late, but prove to some of our seniors they can play. But it's the bottom of the fire. It's the bottom of the roster. It's those kids that just love to run around and be with their classmates and be with their friends, where this is as necessary as it would be for a kid getting a scholarship.
For me personally, I just love football. I want to be out here every chance I can have. I want to play with my family on the field. I am trying to go to the next level, and it's not just me. A lot of kids out here also need this. I'm not just like one kid to be looked at and be like, all right, he needs that opportunity. I'm one of many.
Yeah!
Coach Walsh says he knows exactly what his players were feeling. He personally had difficulty coping with the absence of football.
It started in a strange way in 2020. I went through a lot of personal pain, dealing with panic attacks and anxiety, and largely because I couldn't do what we want to do. COVID's been tough on everybody, and sadly it's led to some really tough things, including death. It's not good, but it's also led to other type of pain, mental pain that I went through in 2020 personally, and realized that hey, in 2021 I'm not going to live like that anymore. I gotta create community and be with human beings. And that's pretty much where it started in December or January, where it was like, okay, let's get these things together and let's see if we can get sports back in California, all youth sports. And if it can be done safely, then I believe we should do it. And so that was kind of the impetus of the whole thing, was a lot of pain in 2020 and some really dark moments.
And now we are here. 1 week away from the Bay Area's first football games. It was a long battle that people like Coach Walsh fought for until the end. His players are now suited up and have this to say to their diligent coach.
You guys battled when we can't. Coaches stood up when players couldn't. They led the army and put the soldiers first. It's not that they were thinking of themselves and just doing their jobs. They're thinking of us. It was not a selfish act that they were doing. It was not for them, it was for us, so just thank you. Walsh was kind of the guy. I was in middle school, elementary school. I used to play football here, the little league team. I used to practice there. I know a lot of coaches want to preach about brotherhood or teamwork or, finding something deeper in a team. But when you go out and do that and demonstrate that you're willing to, go to the extreme of staging protests at the state capitol, just to have a football season for your kids is really like a labor of love, and you just love to see stuff like that. So.
The Padres' first game is just 2 weeks away, and on a field with no lights, it feels like there isn't enough time in the day.
This is what I miss the most, is this sound.
But ask any of these athletes where they would rather be, and the answer is right here.
It's just bliss. And no matter who you talk to here, everybody here is happy. Everybody here wants to hit. Everybody wants that excitement. We're taking it day to day, and we're just looking forward to the first game.
Family on me, family on 3, 1, 2, 3. Family.
I absolutely loved what Coach Walsh said about this season being not just important for the kids trying to get recruited, but also the ones who just use football as a way to be out in their community, be social, and be a part of something, usually bigger than them. And the Padres are looking very strong and scheduled to open up against Valley Christian, and that will be exciting. What could be better than that?
We are planning to shoot that game, but, and also, emotionally, these kids have gone through so much, and just to be back on the field, and we've seen it with tennis and golf and swimming and all that, how happy they are to be back competing.
Lots of smiles.
It's a wonderful thing. Wingstop brings us the Wings of an Angel honor each week, where a student athlete talks about their favorite teacher.
Here's the captain of the Mountain View girls tennis team, Mandy Lai, talking about her favorite teacher, Mr. Levitt.
So my favorite teacher is Mr. Levitt, and he is the art teacher at school. And he's a really funny, chill person, and he gives me a lot of freedom to make my own artworks in class.
Our Wings of an Angel teacher will receive a Wingstop gift card for doing such a great job.
Wingstop is also honoring Terry Blanchard, a Wingstop owner who passed away this past spring from COVID-19. Wingstop will be supporting scholarships for athletes of color in Terry's honor, and those scholarships to be presented at our awards ceremony in June.
Coming up, our U.S. Bank Inspirational athlete is Skylar Tuck from St. Francis.
And later, highlights from Saturday's cross-country meet in the Santa Clara Valley League. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports.
We've got 6 plus 1.
Wingstop for
Who ordered lunch to class? Chloe? Archie? Eleanor? Oh, so nobody will fess up? Fine. I guess I'll just have to eat it all myself. 10-piece lemon pepper with extra ranch?
Yeah, it's in there.
Awesome, thanks.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Piercy Honda, located right off Highway 880 in Milpitas, is where you will find hundreds of new and pre-owned Hondas to choose from. Low credit score, no credit, first-time buyer? No problem, Piercy Honda can help. Find us online at piercyhonda.com to search our inventory, calculate your payments, and even complete your purchase. Piercy Honda is home to great customer service, great deals, and a more convenient way to buy a new or pre-owned Honda. Go to Piercy Honda in Milpitas.
The Guzmans were about to close on a home they adored, but at the last minute, their mortgage company denied their loan because the unusual home didn't meet their usual loan requirements. Heartbroken, they turned to Tri-Counties Bank home mortgage loan specialist Vincent Pagera. Specializing in custom loans for unique homes, his team quickly designed a creative solution, uniting the Guzmans and their home just in time. That's a perfect match. For personalized problem solving, switch to Tri-Counties Bank. Service with solutions.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. By the Reiki Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. By Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions. 12 locations now open in the Bay Area. And by the Serena Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pazine with Serena Group Real Estate, representing Palo Alto and the surrounding communities. I'm proud to support Bay Area high school sports on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome back. U.S. Bank helps bring you stories of inspirational athletes who overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Aubrey, Skylar Tuck is hoping to play basketball for her St. Francis team this season. Skylar is playing on the varsity, and that's just part of her journey to St. Francis. Practicing basketball on an outdoor court is not ideal. The court has its cracks and bumps, your shot gets changed in the wind, and the sun and rain are always an issue. But Skylar Tuck is used to adjusting when she faces an obstacle in her life.
So in first grade, my teacher came up to my parents and told us, you should get your child tested because maybe she has a learning difference. And so I got tested, and then I was diagnosed with dyslexia, and that was very new for my parents because neither of them was dyslexic. So we looked for a school and we found Charles Armstrong.
In the second grade, Skylar left her public school to attend the Armstrong School, which specializes in helping children with learning challenges.
It was really hard because I went to public school, Oak Elementary, and then when I figured out I had dyslexia, I decided to go to a smaller school, a commuter school, and so that was really hard because I had to leave my friends, but it was the right decision because now I have an easier time learning because I've gotten used to how I learn.
Dyslexia is a difference in learning where people have trouble reading or interpreting words, letters, and symbols.
I definitely have a lot of trouble with processing words and language and auditory, hearing something and then figuring out what they're saying and then doing what they're asking.
Even today, Skylar reads slowly, working hard to process what she is taking in. Skylar has learned how to tackle this kind of learning, which is so different from how most of us learn.
Charles Armstrong taught us a lot about like fluency, and when we're reading a sentence, like how to read it exactly and how to not make the words choppy. And so that really helped. And then when I read a book, I usually take notes on the side, and after I read, I usually like talk to my teacher about what the book is talking about so I can get clarification.
Basketball is Skylar's time away from books and learning. It is her escape to play a sport she loves.
When I was younger, I definitely played at the YMCA, and then I started NJB pretty early, like 2nd grade, and I started to fall in love with it. And then I went to a smaller school, so it was a bit hard because there wasn't that many basketball players, but I started to play AAU, so that was really nice.
Skylar is one of those players that every coach wants. If I tell her to run through the wall, she'll say, okay, how many times? She obviously made varsity as a freshman last year, which is pretty special. But she's the type of kid that we always put her on the opponent's best player. She loves those types of challenges, and she makes the most of them.
Learning basketball for Skylar was easy, making the varsity team at St. Francis as a freshman. The confidence she gained on the court was much different from her early days in the classroom.
I mean, I was really young when I figured out that I had dyslexia, but I remember 1st grade, it was really hard. You know, I would always fake that I'm reading when we had time to read. I would always pretend we were reading, and I would just have trouble like talking in front of the class and reading in front of the class. I always would like try to hide.
I think her family and the support system that she has at home, right, and just the confidence that they all just remind her of just how amazing she is, despite her dyslexia or whatever challenge she might be facing. Her support system is really remarkable.
With that support group, Skylar is succeeding both in school and on the court. Despite remote learning, Skylar maintains a perfect 4.0 GPA. Skylar says the teachers at St. Francis do a great job in meeting her needs. Right now, Skylar is eager to get back into the gym and show her skills as a basketball player.
It's definitely made it much harder to, see others and play basketball. I really have not played against someone since March, and that's been really tough because, it's hard to get better by yourself. You really need other people to push you. So I've definitely learned how to, push myself.
I just feel for all athletes right now. Obviously, I'm excited for those outdoor sports that are getting started right now, and I am so hopeful that we get a season, however short that is. I've talked to a lot of my girls, Skylar in particular. Just the opportunity to get back in the gym and have a real practice, right, is something that these girls are hoping for.
Because players are not allowed to practice in 2 sports, the St. Francis team practices with just 5. The rest of the team is practicing in other sports. So every day you will find Skylar here with her teammates navigating the difference of playing on an outdoor court with just part of their team. For Skylar, navigating a difference in her life is something she knows she can handle. Now, Skylar's eyes are very sensitive, so she actually finds it helps if she reads in the dark.
Really?
Yeah.
In the dark? Oh, wow.
Yeah, everybody's different for that kind of stuff. And as a sophomore, she's really hoping to play basketball this year to start showing her skills that she's improved over the last year to college scouts. So hopefully basketball will get played this year.
Yeah, and we have a story later on in the show kind of pushing that movement and to see who is behind that movement.
Push for indoor sports.
Exactly. All right, Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award each week, part of the Lexus of Stevens Creek commitment to promoting volunteerism.
This week's Volunteer Award goes to Alexa Pineda from Palo Alto's golf team. Each week, Alexa takes time from her busy schedule to work at the Second Harvest Food Bank. Second Harvest does a great job providing food to seniors and people of need around the Santa Clara County community.
I volunteer at Second Harvest, and I pack boxes for people in need. It makes me feel helpful and nice to spend my time packing food.
Coming up, Linbrook battles Milpitas in cross country.
And Freedom meets Liberty in girls tennis. 49ers Cal High Sports. We'll be right back. We are back with girls tennis from the Bay Valley League.
That's right, we take you to Liberty High School where the Lions battle freedom, rivalry, and our Adrian Soriano was there.
The Freedom Falcons making the short trip to Brentwood to take on Liberty Tuesday afternoon. The number 1 match is between Freedom's Maddie Suzuki and Liberty's Brynlee Ratcliffe. Brynlee with a nice shot across the court for the point. But Maddie Suzuki answers back with a powerful backhand shot, and that one is not coming back. Ratcliffe would go on to win the first set. Brynlee with a nice return here for the point as she wins the set 6-3. The Falcons' Maddie Suzuki would take over from there. Maddie with another powerful return for the point. One more for Maddie as she shows off her forehand shot, and that's good enough for the point. She would go on to win the match in 3 sets. Off to the number 2 match now between the Falcons' Alyssa Namini and the Lions' Aisha De La Torre. Aisha gets the nifty backhand shot to go for the point. Alyssa Namini showing off her great awareness right here, hitting the ball in mid-air for the beautiful volley. Set 1 would go to Alyssa as she gets another volley to the other side of the court as Alyssa wins a close one 7-5. Alyssa looking to continue the momentum onto set 2 with this powerful forehand shot near the baseline. But Aisha De La Torre begins the comeback here. She gets the backhand shot to go. De La Torre would go on to win set 2 6-2. Aisha keeps it going in set 3 as she gets the backhand shot in stride for the point. Aisha looking to wrap it up here in set 3 as she gets another backhand shot past everyone, winning the match in 3 competitive sets. Now we take a look at Liberty's number 3 player. This is Bridget Fox with the return and the point. One more for Bridget as she gets her backhand shot to go as the Liberty Lions win the bell match over Freedom, taking 7 of the 9 matches on the day. De La Torre and Fox with victories for the Lions.
Milpitas and Linbrook facing off Saturday morning. 2 very good teams, both boys and girls, so this was a close one. A few Linbrook runners up in front of their waves. It's Ian Jong, Austin Cruz, and Shrusti Patil for the girls. The Trojans, Dylan Gee on Ryan Teo's trail around the half-mile mark. Marilyn Doe looking good for Milpitas, and here are more Linbrook girls. Janani Asokumar on the left and Leah Homestead on the right, both keeping about a 7-minute 20-second pace. The boys are taking their last turn in the lead. Sahil Raj and Theodore Lai. Behind them, in third, is Diego Rodriguez, followed by 3 Vikings, Nicholas Kong, Sumitri Dikit, and Rishikesh Ingle. Gabrielle Tran leaves the track for the final time, sitting in that first place spot. But first, let's see the exciting boys finish. Lai on the left, Raj on the right, and it's Raj who takes home first place. But it's a team sport. We got to see where his teammates are. Rodriguez in third, followed by Ethan Lin. We have 2 finishers from both teams. Kevin Yang and Alex Althaus are so close. But with Linbrook's Andrew Pang coming in 7th, the team win goes to Linbrook. That was very exciting. Now let's see how the girls are doing. Gabrielle Tran finishes 26 seconds ahead of the next runner with a time of 13:08. Tran in first. Her teammate Sunny Lee comes in second and Shrusti Patel in third. Marilyn Doe is the first Trojan to finish, and behind her is Carissa Lee. But with Charlene Chen and Patricia Chang rounding out Linbrook's top 5, it's a sweep for the Linbrook boys and girls team as both defeat Milpitas. The Harker School honors athletes for their work in the classroom each week, and this week's Harker Scholar athlete is Elena Eisenberg from Los Altos High School. Elena's super talented with a 4.82 GPA, headed to Cal next year.
Brought to you by the Harker School. Harker Cross Country returned to competition last Saturday for the first time in nearly a year. Standout performers were juniors Alexa Lau and Alex Liu, sophomore Kara Kister, and freshman Adam Syed. Girls golf and girls tennis are set to begin their season in the coming weeks. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more harker.org. Remember, videos from all of the events shown on our show are available to purchase at our website at 49ers Cal High Sports. To order yours, go to that site and be sure to check us out on social media for lots of great content, including video, news updates, and lots more. We're at 49ers Cal High everywhere, including TikTok and Instagram.
And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get updates on when new videos are posted each week. We have highlights going back several years. So go to our YouTube channel to find your highlights from the past.
Coming up, the Bay Area group fighting to get indoor sports played this school year.
And later, the swim meet featuring Monte Vista Cal and San Ramon Valley. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports.
We've all felt this gap, the distance between what is and what could be. While he's tapping into his passion, the U.S. Bank mobile app can help you tap your way to your savings goals without missing a beat, so you can feed his passion. Earplugs not included. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together.
It's understandable to feel anxious, stressed, or lonely because of COVID-19. Physical separation, your own health, and the health of friends and family can weigh heavily on you. Call a timeout on work. Get a game plan for mental wellness with crucial mental health resources from CalHope. We'll help you carry the ball. Call 1-833-317-HOPE to talk to someone who can help, or visit calhope.org. CalHope, official partner of the San Francisco 49ers.
For more than 65 years, Cupertino Electric has been delivering power and possibilities. With offices throughout California and project sites throughout the U.S., Cupertino Electric today builds renewable, commercial, utility, and data center projects for some of the most influential companies in the world. Beyond that, we are a people company. We build family, communities, and meaningful careers. Visit CEI.com today or connect with us on LinkedIn, Facebook, or other social sites to see our openings and join our team.
DevCon Construction is #1 in the Bay Area and Silicon Valley because of trust. 95% of our business comes from repeat customers. They know the customer is our top priority. That's why DevCon was the choice for the 49ers Stadium and for the Earthquake Stadium. DevCon was also chosen when outstanding schools like Bellarmine, the Nueva School, and Mitty wanted the very best on time and on budget. Top Bay Area companies know DevCon is the best choice whether it's new construction or renovation. DevCon Construction, helping to build the best in Silicon Valley. We are back with this week's DGDG.com feature story.
Danielle Podlosky looks behind the effort to have indoor sports played this school year.
High school sports are finally back to being played in California. Well, not all high school sports. In mid-February, California's Department of Public Health cleared the way for outdoor sports to resume in counties with a daily case rate of 14 or fewer per 100,000 people. It was a huge win for athletes, coaches, and the Let Them Play CA movement. But one group of high school sports was left out, the indoor sports such as basketball and volleyball. In response, Let Them Play CA launched the Let Them Play CA basketball movement. It is led by Menlo Atherton teacher Jennifer Carson, and it believes that indoor sports are not any more dangerous than outdoor.
We think it's a misconception that people think indoor sports is unsafe. We have found the data to prove that untrue. So we believe it is safe to play indoor sport. In fact, it's unsafe to not play. So we spent quite a bit of time gathering data from the other states around the country. 43 states have played basketball and completed high school seasons. We have all of their research. We did interviews and surveys with coaches from out of state. We've collected information from our in-state basketball players, and we just have found the research that says it's possible and it's true. So it's about changing this narrative that says it's unsafe, because that's actually just false.
Indoor sports are in the most restrictive tier and can only be played in counties with a daily case rate of 1 or fewer per 100,000 people. No county in California currently qualifies. Let Them Play CA Basketball thinks the rate is nearly impossible to reach.
It is nowhere that any of the other states are following. Again, we have shown the data at what number the other states were competing at, and it was much, sometimes where it's upwards of 50 or even 100 per 100,000.
Jennifer is a basketball coach's wife and proud mom of 3. She believes sports are crucial for a high schooler's physical and mental health.
They're in their 3rd semester, and it's a lot, and they're losing hope. And they need to get back on that court. They need to get in those gyms. Sorry, it is super emotional because I fight for these kids every day. And it's not that we don't believe it's true, and it's not that we want anyone to get COVID or we want to do anything unsafe, but we have to look at all of the things that it means to be healthy and all of the ways it means to be safe. And for these kids, that's what sport does for them. So that's the only way to play safely, is to get in those gyms.
2 Bay Area basketball players are also fighting for the return of indoor sports. Grant Lyon and Adrian DeLena, both juniors at San Francisco County High Schools, filed a lawsuit against the county and state.
Basketball is such a close thing to so many players' hearts, and it's really what they want to do and all they can do in certain times like these, so it would mean the world to so many kids, including myself.
The pair says that professional and college teams in the county have all played sports with some restrictions. They believe high school athletes were not given the same opportunity.
The lawsuit originated because we saw basketball being played at the collegiate and professional level while we were stuck at home or on the turf fields with no competitive play. So we just wanted to be treated the same.
Seeing the professionals and college basketball playing and us not, it doesn't really make sense because we're willing to do the same precautions for playing. We just wanted to play.
Late this week, all their hard work paid off. A similar lawsuit in San Diego led to a settlement with the state, allowing indoor sports to be played this school year.
I'm extremely excited, excited for those guys, excited for us that maybe we'll be up next and San Francisco can take note of that, and hopefully they will. But yeah, I'm very, very optimistic about the future.
Adrian, Grant, and many other student athletes have not stepped inside a gym to play their high school sport in over a year. A long period of waiting and fighting for change, but they are thrilled with the news indoor sports will be played. The state gave indoor sports the green light, but the counties can still decide whether or not they want to allow indoor sports to be played. Grant and Adrian are still proceeding with the lawsuit, and they are hopeful that they will be back in a gym playing basketball very soon. Robert and Aubrey, back to you.
Thanks, Danielle. Coming up, the Clover-Sonoma Dairy Deja Vu as we catch up with Marcus Simeon.
And we dive into the pool for an East Bay League swim meet next.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Lexus of Stevens Creek, we get it. By Clover-Sonoma, the #1 milk brand in Northern California and proud partners of the 49ers. And by Devcon Construction, build, design, perform, sustain.
We are back with action from a 3-team swim meet this week at San Ramon Valley High School.
The meet held Thursday afternoon.
A very well-organized meet with 3 teams doing a good job separating, wearing their masks, and having some fun. This is early in the meet, the 200-yard medley relay for the girls. Starting with the backstroke, taking the lead in the second leg is SRV's Ashley Leontoni. The race tightens in the butterfly with 3 girls hitting the wall nearly simultaneously. Final stretch, it's Monte Vista's Genesee Kwan with the black cap in the lead, but closing is San Ramon Valley's Lauren Tociana. But it's Kwan hanging on for the win. The boys' race has San Ramon Valley's Sam Seabold off to a nice start in the backstroke. Maintaining the lead is Dane Hackett in the breaststroke leg. But things get tighter as Monte Vista's Casey Peterson swims a great butterfly, staying right with the Wolves' Kaylin Jack. Down the final stretch, it's CJ Indart for Monte Vista. The Stanford-bound senior is the fastest man in the pool in this meet. Here's the start of the girls' 200-yard freestyle. This one is a battle between Monte Vista's Tegan Fisher and San Ramon Valley's Ava Seng. A tight finish, but it's MV's Fisher winning by 0.13 of a second. Not so close in the boys' race as Cal's Owen Berry swims to an easy win. The girls' 100-yard IM featuring two girls from Monte Vista who will command this race throughout. As we go to the breaststroke, it's Aubrey Simpson in the lead, Sienna O just behind her. And this one is a fight to the finish, and it will be won by Simpson, followed closely by O, and then Monte Vista's Isabella Ornelas and San Ramon Valley's Avery Knapp. Going on now to the boys' 100 IM with all swimmers hitting the wall in a pack. The breaststroke separating the leaders with Monte Vista's Drew Army just ahead of SRV's J.J. Nelson. The two matching stroke for stroke, and J.J. Nelson from San Ramon Valley will win it by just 0.19 of a second, a tight finish. The final moments now of the girls' 50-yard sprint as Janesse Kwan is the fastest girl in the pool, outracing Lauren Torchiana from SRV to take the 50. The boys' 50 free is won by C.J. Indart. We saw him earlier swim the winning leg of the 200 IM. Here is C.J. Indart one more time, this time taking the 100-meter freestyle. C.J. joining his sister at Stanford next year to play water polo. C.J. a member of the USA Water Polo Youth National Team, and C.J. gets the win there. Ian Palmer just 0.1 of a second back.
It's deja vu. Clover Snowbaderi helps us look back at high school stars now grazing through the professional ranks.
This week we feature former St. Mary's baseball star Marcus Simeon. Marcus was great for the Panthers, hitting .471 as a junior, .371 as a senior. Marcus went to Cal after high school. With a great sophomore year, Marcus was taken in the 6th round of the Major League Draft by the Chicago White Sox and traded to the Oakland A's in 2014. Marcus thrived with the A's becoming one of the very best shortstops in baseball. In 2019, Marcus finished 3rd in the American League MVP voting. Marcus has lots of Bay Area ties, including his uncle Daryl, who is the head baseball coach at San Francisco's Lowell High. Marcus signed as a free agent with the Toronto Blue Jays to play for the Jays this season.
Coming up, it's a Service by Medallion Play of the Week. It might be this play, but we will have to see.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rikus Center.
Hi, I'm Coach Tim Dempsey. Today's training exercise is a core activation technique. On an exhale, he's going to lower his rib cage down. As the weight goes overhead, as he's inhaling, he maintains his rib cage down. He takes a pause, then he exhales back up to the center. One more time, he maintains his core tight, going back overhead, brings it back to the middle. That's your core activation technique.
The Service by Medallion Play of the Week will get several lovely prizes from Service by Medallion.
All right, first we'll count down the contenders, and then we will award this week's Play of the Week.
Of the week.
First up, Alyssa Namini, 2 brilliant volleys. Yes, Alyssa. And to the pool, a photo finish for Monte Vista's CJ Indart in the 100-meter free. But our play of the week is also a photo finish. Shahil Raj and Theodore Lai. Raj inches his way in for the first place finish and for the play of the week. Sahil, you're going to go home with some cool prizes courtesy of Service by Medallion.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's 49ers Cal High Sports for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Join us next week. We will kick off the football season.
Yay!
Yes, and have highlights from lots of games. We will see you then.